trying to land in these different roles or personas is I think that the cloud is actually forcing organizations to evolve the way that they operate IT. And so we love IT service management, we love ITIL, but those are 20-year-old frameworks. And what we are learning internal to Microsoft is as we start building more service-based applications, we're having to rethink about the way that we do development and operations. So for example, in the division that Brad oversees called the Microsoft Management Security Division, we actually have the in-house team, like on our team are the folks that actually run our data centers and run our configuration management infrastructure. So we manage 300,000 PCs kind of out of the engineering team directly. Likewise on a product like Intune or System Center Advisor that are cloud-based services, we have the traditional organizational unit of development, test, and quality assurance, and we've supplemented that with what we're calling a quad now, which is operations. Right? So we're moving from the triad, which is the traditional Microsoft software approach to creating triad was development, program management, and QA. We called that the triad historically. And now we talk about it as a quad, right? And that fourth element is now operations. And so I think, in some ways, I think central IT has been, excuse me, central IT has been, if you're rigidly adhering to ITIL and IT service management best practices, that can create rigidity in the organization, which can slow you down. And so I think sometimes we'll have to rethink how we approach IT service management to make us more agile. And this move to services is going to accelerate that.
Regarding the cloud model you choose, whether it is infrastructure as a service or software as a service, you transfer some responsibility to an external provider. So how will you help customers, Microsoft customers, to supervise, control all these different quality of service, but also security levels?
Sure. We do that today. I point to Office 365, like Exchange Online, SharePoint Online, etc. I think in the early days with companies like Energizer Batteries out of St. Louis, Missouri, Doosan, Excel Capital, when we were first doing sort of the early pilots, there was a lot of, I think, concern around service level agreements, and am I going to be able to get the same service responsiveness from Microsoft that I was able to get with my own in-house IT. We've been in market for almost 3 years with Exchange Online, for example, and I think I don't hear the same resistance from customers. We actually have this thing, internally we call it Box, but it's the business operations portal. And so for a customer that's moved their Exchange operations into our data center, we still give them administrative control and things like encryption and being able to control their keys, and there's still certain operations that they want to be able to do on their side.